I guess I could train you guys as well on the Russian front. Oh, Russia just pulled all the troops away. I guess because it's excited to go after the Caucasus instead. Then tell you what. Okay. Keep the army selected. Thank you. There. You're going to go through the north of Mongolia. I don't know how the supply is going to work over there, but we'll see. And yes, the capital should eventually be 10 infrastructure to make sure things flow out as much. But for now, the 9 is going to be sufficient. I'll probably... Here, I'll queue up the 10th, actually. Put it at the bottom. That's going to be okay. Because, yeah, so there is some local supply. If any province has a victory point in it, it has local supply that flows there. But most of your national supply comes from your capital, and it needs the infrastructure. If you go to a supply map mode and you mouse over somewhere, it'll show you a number in red. Well, first of all, it might show you, like, this number here, where it says 15 of 42. If this was something like 43 of 42, it'd be in red. It means we're currently short. Otherwise, when you mouse over something and it flashes something in red, that's going to show you what the future bottleneck would be. Like, okay, here's the first example of this province down here has lots of infrastructure, but it would have to flow from here to here to here, and there's not enough infrastructure in this big province, in this state rather, to carry everything through. So this would be the bottleneck in terms of troops down over here. But we don't need that many troops over there right now. We're fine. We don't have to worry about it. I don't know what to do with my planes. I'll probably go back to like lazy mode, or just do this. Don't always trust the AI to like make the right decisions with its planes like this. Oh, everyone push F for the Mashriki Kingdom. I'm gonna merge you two like that. Uncertain times. Well, there's one thing I'm certain about. That's probably not the last time we see that message. All right, let's start industrializing. I mean, we don't really need to do policy changes. Although, okay, we may want a chief of the Air Force and the Navy. Actually, we may want to deck out all these designers as well. Don-Cuban Union declared one. So Russia, I'm pretty sure, was fabricating basically on the Don-Cuban. They decided to start things first. Okay, there's our electronics research. We're gonna have this. So I don't know what cooperation with foreign powers will do, but I'm curious. And if it does boost our tech rate, as is implied, the sooner we get it, you know, the quicker we gain benefits from, you know, the increased technology, which is kind of nice, although it's slowing down our thing with Tibet. All right, Heavy Fighter 2. So we're quite far from 3. I don't think we'd start researching it. What we're going to do is we're going to change our production over here. So yes, this Heavy Fighter, we're going to redesign Heavy Fighter 2. Range, speed and range is sort of the most important thing. We have enough range. We're going to add a little bit of speed, maybe a little reliability. Okay, let me pull back. Let me do this way. A little range, a little engine, a little reliability. Having better engines is the most important thing for fighter battles. We can probably check our import rules as well at this point, but let me check this research slot. Yeah, you've still got that. We've got the boost here. It's 42. Good. We can start researching advanced computing. We're going to do that. At some point, we'll do nuclear, probably, maybe. There was something else I was about to change. The planes... Oh, trade. Yeah, so we need a little bit more aluminum. Yeah, see, you're doing that. And a little bit more rubber. You need convoys? Boom. Okay. Oh, load faster, you punk ass. That is the wrong Heavy Fighter. Thank you. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Training is still a go. You're doing this. Oh, are you short on something? Artillery and anti-tank. Yep, that makes sense. Now, they were a little lower priority. They don't have a ton of factories, but no, they're going to be fine. They have full factories. They're still... Well, you've got your efficiency. Your anti-tank doesn't yet. But you got all the resources. Yeah, you're going to be fine. No, 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 no. More free military factories, though. Okay. Our economy is now just humming like crazy. We could even consider maybe one day building tanks. Close air support planes would be really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Social Republic of Liberia has capitulated. Okay. So Ethiopia has fully annexed all of Somalia. Chile still technically exists here, but not much. Portugal's being re-liberated. So Spain and Portugal are being liberated by the Entente forces. Meanwhile, in the north of France, is it possible the Germans have come through the Low Countries to start some stuff? Well, I think these Low Countries are both in the Reichspakt, so they've just been fighting this whole time. Russian Republic. You want to join the Entente? I don't know exactly what that means for us, but it's not good for the Russians to be part of a faction, because we would have much preferred to fight them without them doing that. But oh well. Well, we need to get our new guns going. Didn't realize we're so far behind on an infantry equipment tech. The Schlieffen plan is alive and well. Dead Germany. Yeah, it's true. If Russia joins the Entente, that's really bad for Germany. It's fine for me short term because we're not in a war, although at some point. Alash Orda. Gonna fall to Russia next. Yeah, you can just see the Don Kuban just falling rapidly here. Coastal defenses. We may need to build a bunch. Could be annoying. But at some point, people are definitely gonna start knocking on the sea. Is that not mine? No, that's not mine. Again, it would sort of be nice to get like a page that just says like, show me a list of all the ports. Or like, build a level blah fort, like coastal defense, anywhere there's a port. I don't even know if there's one there. It's hard to tell. I mean, you don't need a ton. I'm gonna do a triple there. It's fine. To hold off a naval invasion. Because, like, these generate a lot of negative stats for would-be attackers. I mean, there's a naval map mode, yeah, but that's not helpful. That's not what I'm looking for. We think we'll invade. Well, Japan's not dead. They still have stuff, but like, mostly with the Entente. If I go to war with Russia, I'm worried about the Entente, like the old British Navy suddenly showing up at my door. That's kind of what I'm concerned about. What year is this last one? 44, yeah. So ahead of time a fair bit. There you go. Snorkel over here, decrease visibility, improve torpedo launchers. Okay, we're gonna keep ripping through some of this tech here. Anyway. What's it? Oh, war propaganda against the Russian Republic. What? Okay, well, I don't need propaganda because it's war support, but it is concerning that that's an option in the list. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Tibet next, for sure. And they need to build a lot of infrastructure in a war with Russia. I mean, that's very likely true. The infrastructure in the north here is pretty shabby. Foreign research partnership. Okay, that's done. So yeah, let me swing over here, reintegrate northern China, and then we'll restore sovereignty over Tibet. It is true China needs foreign aid to industrialize, and we must look upon our syndicalist power of the world to see if they're willing to help us in reconstruction. Union Britain is best choice. So, yeah, we're very left-wing, so we're going to chat with the syndicalists. We're radical socialists, not syndicalists. But I guess that's still our best bet. And then, yeah, that's still going to put us at odds with the Entente. We actually may want to join the Third International. Hey, if we're going to go to war... Hey, offer's been accepted. Toast our friendship. Now that the offer's been accepted, we can now enjoy the benefits of working with foreign power. As much as it may pay us to work with syndicalists, it's better than working with Germany. So do we have, Yeah, I don't know what that's going to do exactly. Looks like a decision? Okay, it may be. Tons of decisions currently in the queue. No, just industrials and dockyards. I'm going to start with industrialization. We are going to want the dockyards to help our sub-industry, but we're not building the subs quite yet anyway. Imagine the toast with a blackcurrant marmalade. Yeah, but that's what I was wondering, if it was tech sharing. Like, when we next pick up a tech, see if we get the discount. So there's a 5% here, so probably. Yeah. I don't know how many people are in the tech sharing union. It may just be us in the Union of Britain, so it's not worth much. probably not worth much at all, because it's going to be a best of 5% boost to some shared tech. But get more stability, more war support as well. Again, war support will mostly just be maxed out, not all the time, but it's high world tension. If a war gets declared on us, that's plus 30%, I think. If we declare war, does it go negative? I don't know. France is still fine right now. This border here with Germany has been there. Oh, hold on. I think France has lost 2 provinces here. And Chile's losing a bunch in the south. Is Tibet guaranteed? No. Wallonia bulged last week too? Oh, okay. France looked to be fighting the Entente and the Reichspakt. They might. Okay. We bypassed the fated legations. Reintegrate northern China. Wait, I can't restore sovereignty? Oh, hold on. I need to have finished one of the following. Either ethnic autonomous or unitary government. Right here. Oh, crap. All right. Provisional legislative yuan. We're going to do that first. Yeah, 5% boost over here. Let's, fuel silo, synthetic refinery. Let's unlock the ability to build synthetic refineries, because I think we'll need a few. This is the game that led me to Quill. Starter guides are awesome. Hey, glad you could be here and no more removes. Free Tibet from the current rules. Yeah, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. It turns out we had to make a little bit something else first. How's our XP? We got a good amount. Next level here is just tanks, tanks, tanks mostly. Although this... No, that's not good either. Okay, we'll just do regular research without spending the XP. That's the thing, with that left-hand side of that doctrine, it's mostly like pro-tank stuff, which isn't that useful, but it is... Or, not that useful right now. It is a much bigger tree. And at some point, we have to start tanking it up. We can improve our support. What is this? Replace plurality popular support with high popular support. Oh, is it just, right here? It does give us more stability, which is nice, but I think I'm going to turn that off. How come these can't run? Oh, because you can only industrialize one thing at a time. Okay. I'll disable that, because what we are maybe looking for is getting our airplane and tank designers and things like that, as well as continuing to do the industrialization. Pro-tanks minus propane tanks. Free the Tibetans from their impressive independence. Oh, man. It's too funny because it's too real. All right, anti-tank's still a little bit short. Artillery over there. Not that we're facing much in the way of tanks right now. Georgia has been declared war on. Oops. Whoa. Nice zoom. Georgia. Got Georgia on my mind over here. And then the Russians and the Ottomans will abut. And I think that's going to be very good for things. For us, anyway. 2 great powers might butt heads. Must protect Atlanta. It'd be fun to play a mod that like has an independent Georgia over here, just to make things really confusing. It's like, wait, which Georgia are we talking about? I'm very confuzzled. I'm gonna go ahead and pop you guys out. I know you're not quite trained, but it's gonna be okay. I was gonna say, how come it's not giving me the pop-up for unassigned divisions? Okay, just hadn't gotten around to it yet. No, the U.S. had a civil war, just a 2-way civil war, and the North won. It was like very weird, very weird. 3 Georgias, nice mission in Hawaii 4. What's the 3rd Georgia? So, I mean, there's Georgia, the country in the Caucasus. There's... I think it's the end of it. I think this is officially the end of our Mashriki Kingdom spam. Oh! Can you mission? Liberate the Mashriki Kingdom! Which has now officially been annexed. Damn. All right, that's going to help the Ottomans a lot. Well, and the Ethiopians, I suppose. But the Ottomans, now that, like, all this land is no longer in, like, rebellion. They're not simply occupied. It's now owned, which is pretty scary. Industrialize, more free military factories. Wow, we have a lot of motorized. We can probably bring this way down, if we even need any being made at all anymore. Heavy fighters are coming in quickly. Shriek partisans spawn in 3-2. I don't think they can have partisans once they've been annexed. Right? It's not the same as being occupied during a war. Ooh, nice lag there. Okay. Probably people reorganizing their troops after the end of this war. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what can happen here. Whoa! Okay. Fate of Arabia, I guess. Decision by the Ottomans. They decide to split them off as a puppet. Same thing for Yemen. Yep. Okay. A bold move there. They may not have integrate decisions, in which case this would be better. So we can integrate, so we can have everything become our core, which means we get, you know, the full population, manpower, all that kind of jazz. But not every nation's got that. Alright, you are currently fully trained. I mean, we may still want the XP. I think I'm going to turn this off, though. Ditto here. Okay. French Republic on the Tuareg, Wadai. Okay, things are happening in Africa. Okay, so ethnic autonomous regions. If we choose this, within the 18 provinces that make up China, there are a myriad of ethnic groups, many of whom have painful memories of repression from the Han and Manchu. That would never happen again. Rather than reopening these old wounds by ruling with a strong hand, we'll mend them by granting these ethnic groups a degree of self-rule within our nation. So, this would... You've chosen unitary government. If you fail to choose the right focus based on the plan, it will increase the popularity of Zhangtiju. Zhangtiju agencies are getting nervous about your erratic government. Or we could... Oh, I already chose a unitary, presumably in some pop-up. Or we could just do this. Whether it's by class or ethnicity, the last thing China needs is more division and splintering. In order, the better pursue... probably to better pursue the interest of all the people of China in these turbulent times, a strong and centralized state is needed to safeguard our young republic against reactionary forces. Of course we're going to do that. So, we're going to hit that button. And then, apparently, we'll be able to attack Tibet. Whew. Taking a lot of work, but we'll get there. And we'll call the run Quill MT. What would be MT? Oh, KMT. Ah! Oh, that's good. We can probably start training a lot more infantry now. Like, a lot. They're lacking a couple of things, but it's going to be okay. It's mostly just the anti-tank and artillery, but we can still get them training. Artillery equipment number's a little fuzzy, because not all that's the latest and greatest artillery equipment. Awful lot of words in place of the harsh treatment button. So we're not going to train motorized as is buff. The motorized is mostly because some of the support divisions we can add are motorized, and we've got that unlocked. And we are going to incorporate more and more. It's mechanized that we might want to look at. Although, we'd really want our fuel situation resolved, and we'd want to make sure we're not fighting in, like, terrible infrastructure places. Because otherwise we just want leg infantry for that. Alright, I'm going to research this. Yeah, I should have researched that sooner. More civilian factories. I'm gonna keep going with civilian for now. We're going to queue up a bunch more over there. And there. It'll be good when we take over more territory. We are short on steel, which I would like to get not by convoy. Whereas quick could help us encircle. That's true. Actually, what we just need to do is pop maybe some light tanks. It's tough because what would be nice is just adding one heavy tank to our infantries. But light tanks as our quick encirclements. And we could just make a cavalry group too. Cavalry for some encirclement is a thing early on. Tank designer. Light tanks, although this is just regular tanks. So armor research speed, more speed, more defense. Actually, I might want to do aircraft first. Heavy fighter. So it's either heavy fighters or cheaper. No, we're going to take this one. Heavy fighters are better. Okay. 60 with the cavalry. Oh yeah, did I unlock the synthetics? No, we are working on unlocking this. Then we can get our own rubber and more fuel gain from refineries, which is going to be great. But yeah, we're going to want to work on that. We got our snorkel for our ships, or subs here. Let's get the improved torpedo launcher, and then we may start producing the subs at that point. Then do a redesign later. No bicycle division? I don't think we can do bicycles. What are we, the Dutch? I mean, come on. Heavy fighters. Yeah, all 500, sure. We have an X. Yeah, let's get an ace on you. I'm gonna patrol over there. Air superiority. Regular night and day. Okay. Having air superiority increases the battles. Also, I think helps you move more with the intel. Come on, the point of the cavalry is to stick MPs on to make them discount RCMP. I mean, it's literally true. Because cavalry have more suppression than infantry. Like, they're basically the same cost-ish. But they have more suppression. And then you throw an MP thing on them, which multiplies the suppression value, and they are the great way to to deal with cranky rebels. Oh, there's been some pushback over here. Commune of France is retaking the southern territory in Iberia, while continuing to hold the line over here. Good on them. Okay. Why build heavy fighters instead of light ones? Because heavy fighters hurt more when they run into people, because they're heavier. It's because heavy fighters have longer range, and will help us cover the air over Japan, for example, and some of the long distances over here. Because even though there's more air zones in Kaiserreich than vanilla, there's still not that many airports over here, so mostly we have to fly very long distances to have all of our cover, and that's the only reason. Unitary government is complete. Okay, so there we go. We can restore sovereignty over Tibet. Retake Outer Mongolia. March on Mongolia. I think that'll get bypassed at some point. I don't know. Hope I didn't click the wrong button. More civilian factories are available. Okay, we'll go back to... yeah, we still can't do that. I might want to add a few fuel silos. Not many, but I might want to have, like, a dose of that. Just to store a little bit more. And then, I don't know. Military factories everywhere. I mean... Ideally, I'd like to do them someplace where there's more infrastructure so they build a little faster, but whatever. I don't care anymore. Now, I'm not getting a pop-up that they're preparing a war. Okay, this doesn't do anything by itself. But yeah, can lead to events over here we have to be worried about. Come on, autosave. God, you're so slow. Yeah, advance on Tibet. Yeah, that sounds like what I want. Secure the northeast. Turkestan, Mongolia, and neutralize Russian imperialism. Remove the Russian threat. I think we're gonna have to. Yeah, we should be able to run over this part really fast, though. You can have up to 60 supply worth over here. Good amount over here. This is all fine. Yeah, this becomes a choke point, actually. Maybe what I'll do is I'll boost this a little bit. Just to keep things flowing forward. Get some more in general in our capital province. Because when you do it this way, it does the whole state. So it sort of spreads it out because the supply flow through is based basically on the infrastructure throughout the entire state as opposed to individual provinces. Whereas movement is important for the provinces. Sort of this duality of things. Alright, we need this, and then we're going to have to push the button to do the other one. Invasion Defense Force if you're going to go to war with Entente, especially if the USA joins the faction. How do you get the supply screen? Oh, over here, this map mode. So supply area map mode. So I'm hitting F4. But yeah, so you've got your default